Alright, on to part 2. We're almost done here. I know, we're sweating at this point, right? It's a lot of derivatives and graphing. Okay, so we found the first derivative, we found the second derivative. Let's talk about the critical values. So to find the critical values, we set the numerator of the first derivative equal to 0, which is a false statement. 2 does not equal 0. And we set the denominator equal to 0, and if I solve this, I'm not going to get any real solutions. Therefore, there are no critical values, therefore there is no relative maximum and no relative minimum. Now for the possible points of inflection. I set the numerator of the second derivative equal to 0 and the denominator of the second derivative equal to 0. The numerator gives me x equals 0 as a possible point of inflection. The denominator, same thing with the denominator of the first derivative. This is not going to give me any real solutions. So my only possible point of inflection is at x equals 0. So I do my concavity chart. I tried -1 and 1. I see there is a change in concavity. Therefore, I have an inflection point. So since f double prime of x is greater than 0 on negative infinity to 0, and f double prime of x is less than 0 on 0 to infinity, I know that the point 0, 0 is an inflection point. There is no vertical asymptote, but I have two horizontal asymptotes here. I have a horizontal asymptote at y equals 1 and a horizontal asymptote at y equals -1. Now, how do I come up with those? Well, remember, I have to think about end behavior. And what is the end behavior of this function? Well, the way to figure out the end behavior is to take the limit. What is the limit as x goes to infinity of f of x? It's going to be 1. What is the limit as x goes to negative infinity of f of x? It's going to be -1. And so that's how I come up with the horizontal asymptotes. Once I know the horizontal asymptotes, then the picture of my graph comes together. And so then that's how I know it's going to look like this. And so then going back to the top, here I can visually see the symmetry about the origin. I can also get the range. I know it's -1 to 1, not including -1 or 1, because that's where my horizontal asymptotes are. Okay. Good stuff. I apologize that probably took a while to do these notes, but in the end, I know you feel that it was totally worth it.